McCarthy has joined us, and he's rocking out just like we are. What's up, McCarthy?
And there he is, the international Italiano Espresso McCarthy, the super villain extraordinaire. And he's going to be here too. That's
if Tagalong were here, I'd be doing this.
Yeah, hey, I did it with my cats, okay, and especially my dog.
Yeah,
they have a tendency to join me.
Like Mr. Claw and Inspector Gadget.
Dr. Claw, yes.
Dr. Claw.
Yes, like Dr. Claw. And y'all have seen Lucy hop in my lap so many times over, it's not even funny. And the first day that Ryan sat in for me last year when I was on vacation, Tagalong showed up and then jumped over his computer. All right, McCarthy, what you got for us?
So much to talk about. We avoided the sweep for the first time since 1998 in the Stanley Cup Final. That's a good thing. But I still think Florida's gonna cinch it in 5. The gentleman's sweep.
Listen, Florida's gonna beat their ass tonight. I'm sorry. After allowing 8 goals, Bobrovsky's pissed off. He had to be replaced. But man,
well, when your first goal is when your own teammate tackles you to get to the puck, to try and keep it out of the net, and it goes in. Nothing you can do there.
Nope, not a thing.
And Snowman, the game's tomorrow, not tonight.
Oh, it is tomorrow because today is a travel day. Duh.
Yep.
What's the face-off time?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Jinx by McCoke.
I might do it. I might do it.
If you venture around Boston, McCarthy, I'll meet up with you.
All right. I'm not too far from Boston.
Yeah.
We'll make a day of it. How about that?
All right.
There you go. There you go. All right.
Albany Firebirds lost their first game of the season on Saturday night. I've got some concern. Yeah, against Orlando. Well, here's the thing. Well, I don't know if you heard about the original scheduling. They're originally supposed to play Salina, the Liberty, that night, and Salina said, "No, it's too expensive. It's too, you're too far out
of here." What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
And then Orlando, to their credit.
Are you kidding me with this?
No, I'm not kidding. They're like, this is how much of a mess the Arena Football League is this year.
The Arena Football League listen, the Arena Football League, in my opinion, is done for.
I know it's like a take of being a Dead Horse Productions, but
here we go.
Do you think that this is like just the aftershock of the Antonio Clown situation? It seems like it's an infectious disease now.
It's the aftershock of an absentee commissioner. That's what it is.
Okay.
Easily.
Who was the original commissioner? What's his name?
Lee Hutton. The third.
F. Lee Hutton.
Well, that's what Dustin and I are calling him. We're calling F. Lee Hutton.
And I know what the name means, and I know why. My other question,
as in, like, I'm not gonna bother returning calls or take any. I'll take credit for bringing back the league, but I won't take any responsibility for running it.
He should take. He has. Well, he's already resigned, has he not?
He was forced out. He was forced out.
He was forced out.
He was forced out, and his wife's team folded. And
wow,
yeah.
And I'm laughing at a couple people up in Oregon because all this smoke they blew up my rear end about. Yeah, you could be the play-by-play voice of the Oregon Black Bears. Yeah, and then 2 games into their season, they're out of here.
I mean, they had the restructuring after Jeff Fisher was named interim commissioner, which is probably the best thing that could have happened for that league. Right. Yeah, it happened midstream, but you know what? I'd rather have some stability midstream than have to
fold the entire season.
Because the commissioner can't get his act together.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't have the balls. Forgive me.
No.
To get his act together.
Yes.
No. Yeah, and you show no accountability. You show
none.
You show no accountability. You show no,
no gumption.
no
None.
gumption, no
No
wherewithal
gumption
to stand in
whatsoever.
front of the league, to stand in front of the owners, in front of the players, and say, "I'm sorry." Instead, you just book it, and then when you're forced out as commissioner, you just send a press release saying, "Yeah, I did not agree to this. I'm going to fight this." Blah blah blah. Like, yeah, but you didn't do anything.
Nope. Didn't he have a problem like with the funding for the league? Wasn't there something about the funding that was a big problem?
I think part of it was that I think a little more than half of the teams were private ownership, and the rest were league owned, which means he owned them, or that company, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, in Delaware, that owned the name of Arena, owned it. And when things started to go to HE double hockey sticks, that's when he saw franchises go, yeah, we don't want to do this anymore. So Iowa booked it. Philadelphia said we're going to go dark until next year. Louisiana said we're going to fold. Minnesota said we were supposed to visit Albany, and then backed out because they couldn't get travel plans together. I said, yeah, you wouldn't either, because the owner of the team is the commissioner's wife, and she didn't want to put the funds to, and there's rumors out there of weeks after the fact that neither the players nor the coaches got paid.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. That's an absolute mess.
Yeah.
To the Fanatics, quickly to the Fanatics feedback zone. D. Scott has joined us, and Sick Diggy says the following: the adorable cat of Ryan McCarthy tag along is brought to you by Bad Kitty Litter. No stink, no surprises, just bad kitty mess. Good Lord. All right. The folks from Strikeout Beer Podcast has joined us this morning. Welcome, fellas. Thanks for joining. We're talking about the Arena Football League and the potential they have to fold the season. I hope they don't fold the season, but
I think they'll see it through. They've made so many changes. They announced the playoff structure. The five teams will get in. The number one seed will have a first round bye,
right.
And I think the Arena Bowl is going to be a neutral site, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
I don't know where it's going to be for the neutral site. Personally, I would have preferred if they had it at the top seed remaining.
Yeah, because that's how they did it the first year.
That's how they did it. That's how they did it pretty much every year until the NFL decided to get their grimy mitts all over it. And that's when they and then they had to deal with NBC, and that's when they decided to go to neutral sites for Arena Bowls. And after the 2008 season, when they folded, they went back to, and they came back in 2009. That's when they had the top remaining seed hosting from then on out.
Okay. They should do that. They should still do that, because Chicago hosted the first couple of years.
Totally agree.
The Bruisers hosted the first couple of years.
Yep. Quarterback Ben Bennett. I remember that the team. Yep.
And Ben Bennett and the Rosemont Horizon was nuts.
Yep.
Every time I saw an Arena football game, because ESPN had the rights when they were independent. ESPN had the rights when ESPN was independent of anybody, which I believe took them down when they got associated with people. But that's a discussion for the top of the hour.
Yeah.
When they were independent and they were showing Arena football, and then they showed it on the local television station. I think it was ABC7 Chicago picked it up and showed it. Man, it was fun to watch. We all were watching.
Yeah.
We all were watching. It's just sad that it's gotten to this point.
No,
go ahead.
I have hope that there will be another season next year, but
I hope so, man.
At this point, I'm just okay. Let's see what happens at the end of the season. We'll reconvene. Yeah. We'll get a permanent commissioner, unless Jeff Fisher wants to stay on as commissioner.
He should.
And because the league is stable now. The league is stable, and you don't have to deal with absentee commissioners or clowns as owners.
Oh dear God! No more clowns, please.
Please, no more clowns.
Send out the clowns. Send out the clowns.
Out, way out.
Time for the clowns to bow out. Time for clowns to bow out.
Time for clowns to bow out. Unfortunately for Mike McCarthy, that ain't gonna happen because of Gerald. Two clowns.
Gerald.
One
in charge of one team.
Thank you. Speaking of one team, as hot as the Yankees were once upon a time,
Shane, I'll allow you this once. You can have your you can show your smug face.
As hot as the Yankees were once upon a time.
Thank you.
They went to Boston, and Boston kind of kicked them in the rear end.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday's game was just, well, I don't know what happened last night. I mean, I know they beat them up. They beat the brakes off him in game one. That was Alex Verdugo's revenge game. 3 hits, 4 RBIs.
Yes.
Great for him. And then I don't know what happened when the starting pitching. It just decided not to show up on Saturday or on Sunday. I know they were close.
Fell apart.
Stroman fell apart. The bullpen fell apart. I have some concerns. I mean, then they're gonna have to search for another left-handed batter at first base. Although DJ LeMahieu might
be out for a while.
Yeah, I think DJ LeMahieu might be playing first base for a foreseeable future.
Yeah,
but I think they still need to, because of what happened with Rizzo. He got off to a slow start like Aaron Judge did, and Aaron Judge, we see what he's been doing the last 2 months.
Yep,
like
punishing everything and then the baseball.
He's punishing everything in sight.
He's on pace. He's just about on pace to break 400 total bases for this season.
Mm-hmm.
And he was hitting just above the Mendoza line at the end of April.
Yeah,
that's how incredible his comeback has been. But no, but Rizzo gave me some concerns. He didn't have the bat like he did back in 2021 or 2022 when they went to the playoffs. The 2023, that injury, that concussion, that freak concussion he had, I think it's still affecting him. Now he's out with a wrist injury. Yep. So I think they need another left-handed bat, especially at first base. I don't know who they're going to get in the market, or they're going to have Jason Dominguez learn how to play first base because he's on his way back. Garrett Cole's on his way back. He just had a 70-pitch start in AAA for a rehab start. And I feel sorry for the AAA guys. Imagine you're playing the game. You're in the game, and all of a sudden Garrett Cole is the starting pitcher on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be soiling your pants. But he's on his way back, so that'll give some stability to the starting rotation. And they had a couple drop-off games with Stroman, and Rodon had his first, I can say, rough start of the season this year. He's had a pretty good comeback.
He's having a comeback year.
Yeah,
I'm saying that with all the derision I can think of, because when he was with the White Sox, he was just as dominant. But then the arm injuries started, and that's what I'm afraid of for him. That the arm injuries will come back again. I mean, he adjusted pitching motion and took a lot of torque off of it. But I've seen pitchers come back from injury, come back from Tommy John, and then they have a good stretch. And I'm not wishing this on Rodon. I'm just relating my experience of what I've seen. They'll come back from Tommy John surgery and have a good run, but then something will happen, and they'll have another major injury.
Shohei Ohtani, are you listening?
Last year's concern was his back. Last year was back issues. And he's been healthy this year. They got a new pitching coach. He's been helping the starting rotation do well. I think they need to get another lefty, whether it be in the bullpen or. But Garrett Cole coming back, I don't know if they'll stabilize everything. But you got a problem with who you're gonna have as a opener or send to the bullpen right after Cole gets sent back up. But they definitely need another left-hand bat now that Rizzo's out. May need another starting arm. We'll see. And maybe another guy to stabilize the bullpen. You know, Tommy Kaling came back. Great, but you need another. You have one left-handed pitcher in your bullpen, and he hasn't been doing so well this year. So I think you need to call somebody up or need to make a trade at the trade deadline. Trade deadline's only in 7 weeks. So Cashman's got to make some decisions. He's got to make some. Well, I don't know. I would say magic, because I think that magic started to run out until that Juan Soto trade in December.
Mhm.
Look at what he's doing. Look at what he's doing. So, I mean, I got some concerns with the Yankees, but I mean, they're, I think, 3.5 games up still on Baltimore. Well, they're 2.5 games up.
Last I looked, it was actually like 5, I think. Let me check the standings.
That's what I'm doing right now.
1.5 right now. 1.5.
Okay, so Baltimore won 2 out of 3. So Baltimore won 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I will say
that's
this
going to be
again.
that's going to be the division to watch. Is the AL East.
Like I said, here they come.
And they're playing Baltimore, and they play Baltimore this week.
Yep.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's gonna be the series to watch.
Is it at Camden Yards or at Yankee Stadium?
Nope, at Yankee Stadium.
It's at Yankee Stadium.
Ooh.
Oh boy!
So there will be lots of trash talking on Twitter between myself and my buddy Eric Arditi from Barstool Sports. So we'll be trash talking back and forth for sure.
Well, while you guys are trash talking, I'm just going to have my Jeremy Clarkson smug face. Hang on.
You already did that.
Yeah, well, I just figured I'd bring it out one more time just to rub salt in the wound.
Okay, guy, 12 games back. All right, settle down.
Hey, we'll be flying. We'll be flying after the All-Star break.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I'm gonna be curious to see what they do for the wild card race.
Mm.
You got pitching. You got great pitching.
Our offense has been inconsistent.
That's what it is. Guys need a bat. You guys need another bat.
Yeah, we do. We need at least 1 or 2 more.
Well, I hear the
deadline. You gotta make the deal at the deadline.
I was about to say, I hear the Blue Jays are having a fire sale. They're starting to fire. Fire sale.
Yeah, they're selling everybody.
Hey, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., we got a home for you here in Boston.
No. Here's the rumor I'm hearing. The South Side may make a play for Vladdy Guerrero Jr. And from what I'm hearing, it is very serious.
Does he really want to play there, though?
To help revive the team? I would say yeah.
But would you rather revive a team or just go after a championship because Boston's still looming in the wild card?
Well, Toronto's window is closing.
Yeah.
It's closing very fast.
Mm-hmm. We shall see how everything plays out. I don't want to even discuss the National League because I got Braves fans chirping at me. I got Cub fans chirping at me. Dear God in heaven.
Oh, yes.
Why?
Let's just put it this way. The NL Central is going to be the division to watch. I mean, everyone's within 8.5 games. Give me the NL Central for the popcorn.
I said that back in April. I said that back in April on this program.
You did.
I did. I said that. You're welcome.
Thank you. Yes. And I say go Cardinals. Skip everybody else. Go Cardinals. I don't care about anybody else in that doggone division.
Y'all already know why
I don't care about the Reds. I don't care about the Pirates.
Nope.
I don't care about the Brewers. I certainly don't care about that team on the north side.
Exactly.
The Flubs.
I certainly do not care and never will care.
The Cubs
about that team on the north side.
Yeah, the Cubs are still
Flubs
of the Niners for playmaker.
Oh gosh,
say the name because that team on the north side.
The last time that team on the north side mattered, Henry Rowan Gardner was pitching.
Oh boy, we got a bold. Listen, we got a bold World Series prediction from George. He says Twins versus Cardinals, a la 1987, and he said the Twins will come out on top.
I'll buy that.
I'm sorry, Droid. I don't buy the Minnesota Twins. I don't buy the Minnesota Twins, and I certainly don't buy the Cleveland Indians. You know who I think will make listen, you know who I think will race all the way back and claim that division?
No.
The Kansas City Royals.
That's a good team.
I'm putting my bet to win the Central on the Kansas City Royals.
You're bidding the Royals.
I'm bidding for the Royals to win that division. And I said at the top of the season it would be between the Royals and the Twins.
Yes.
To win that division. I said the Royals. Listen, I first foolishly picked the White Sox to win that division, but then a week later I went and did my deep dive research, and I said, "Oh hell no!
Well, the thing
Oh
is,
hell no! They're not ready."
Well, the thing about it is
a bill of goods when it comes to the White Sox. We were told
Oh
that
yeah,
they were bringing in new people, going to bring new management. So we're thinking this is going to be a brand new year, a brand new White Sox.
we
How
thought
wrong
that.
we
Yeah,
were. We thought wrong.
very wrong. We thought
Well-
very, very wrong.
you got to think right now. Cleveland, Kansas City, and Minnesota are separated by 5.5 games.
Yeah.
I
Oh
say
boy.
the Royals will come all the way back and win the Central. I am hedging. I'm hedging my bets right now, and I'm putting it on the Kansas City Royals. And if that's the case, I'm going to take another trip to Kansas City and be in the booth while they call the game. And I'm bringing the wife with me. I'm bringing the wife with me. Doggone it! I want to see a Royals game at Kauffman Stadium, aka Royal Stadium. Now that I've gotten the tour, now that I've seen the clubhouses, and now that I've seen the broadcast area, which was, how did my guy put it, my own personal nirvana,
Right.
and then had a chance to sit in the chair where the legendary Denny Matthews calls Royals games. Look, I'm buying into the Royals from the American League. I'm buying into the Royals.
Can you bring up a comment?
You know what? You know what? I got two comebacks for you that'll play for the American League title. Royals, Astros. I don't buy Seattle.
Oh.
Look, I love you, Juan Rodriguez or Julio Rodriguez, but I don't buy Seattle. I can't.
You got the Astros coming out of the basement 9 games back.
I got them coming all the way back.
Ooh.
The thing that's held them down so far, besides the lack of pitching, has been injuries. Because remember, they were minus. Shoot, my brain is fogged out. Justin Verlander. There we go. Verlander has been a steadying force on that pitching staff. I say I'm gonna hedge my bets right now. If I'm totally wrong, I'm totally wrong because I don't care. I'm making bold predictions, and they're sure to go wrong, but I will make this one, and I will stick to it. Royals, Astros for the American League pennant.
You heard it here, folks.
Where's my
And
notebook?
you heard this here also. If I'm terribly wrong, I will come on this show with a smile on my face and laughing and say I was terribly wrong.
Right.
I'll be happy to say it. Ryan's got to go. We got to go to a break, but always, my friend, a pleasure to have you, and we appreciate you.
Could I make one more quick statement before you go
may.
out? All right. So, PSA for all the men out there, especially you three, because I love you guys and all my good friends. Let's start working on our health, guys. It's June.
Yes.
It's Men's Health Month.
Mm-hmm.
I remember taking Financial Peace University. Dave Ramsey talks about the 4 cylinders of life. 4 cylinders.
Mm-hmm.
Physical health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time we have some good conversations about all 4 cylinders in our lives, guys.
Yeah.
And I had my checkup with my metabolic physician. He said everything looks great. Everything looks great. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I can get better. I can get better.
Same.
And I'm encouraging you guys, especially if you're over 40, get your blood work done. Get your insulin checked. Get your insulin checked. Your cortisol levels checked. Get a cardiac CT scan, because that might be a lifesaver. There
It certainly saved me.
Yeah, there's a former athlete who suffered a heart attack recently, or had some sort of heart condition and had to go to the hospital. He said, if I didn't have a cardiac CT scan, I would have been dead. I would have had the Widowmaker, and I would be dead right now.
Yeah.
So get your heart checked, get your head checked, get everything checked. Guys, it's June. It's Men's Health Month. Get everything. Get your health checked, because yes, you can get a house, you can get a nice car, you can have a nice 401k, but if you don't have your health,
you got nothing.
You can't enjoy it. You can't enjoy it with you. Nope,
Absolutely.
can't take it with you. So
Can't take it with you.
So please, guys, everybody, especially if you're over 40, get yourselves checked out. It may save your life.
Hey, from a fellow who's going to turn 52 this year and wasn't even supposed to be here, according to Duke University Cancer Center. I'll tell the story.
Boo.
Yeah, I know. And I got a couple of reasons now to say boo. Okay. I'll tell the story here. You know what they told my wife? November of 21, we drove down to North Carolina feeling good. They went in, they did the exam, and they basically they didn't basically. They flat out told my wife to get her affairs in order.
Mm-hmm.
That there was nothing they can do.
Yep.
A few months later, we moved up here, met my new oncologist, Dr. Roganoff. He made a phone call, and we went to see the cancer doctor who would later perform the surgery on me, Dr. Ratila Nakib. And he said, we'll get this thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
So here I am. And my health is like a priority right now.
Yeah, and you need good people around you who are going to encourage you, who are going to be your biggest supporters. And that was the right move to go from somewhere that said, yeah, you're dead, to a place where you have somebody say, you know what? We can work on this. We can get this fixed.
Got this.
We got
it
this.
Went from nothing we can do to we got this.
Yeah.
Oh, we got it.
That was literally life and death.
That was the Lord's work right there. That's
a God thing, man. As our buddy Rod Peterson would always say, that's a total God shot.
Here's another total God shot. February of 23, we go in to see Dr. Roganoff for an update, and Jody said we're waiting until April 4th, which is the anniversary of my surgery, to see if he's in remission. And his next sentence rocked me when he said, oh, he's in remission now. And we looked at him and said, what?
Remission it's already begun.
Mm-hmm.
So year plus, I'm in remission from stage 4 pancreatic cancer. I got a second chance, and I'm going to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
I have to. All right, we're running late. Thank you, Ryan, for joining us. I appreciate you.
Oh, Total Football Talk 205 today with Drew.
Oh, can't wait. Can't wait.
Did it?
Cannot wait. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.